G'day guys, welcome back again. I'm going to do a ring pour today for you in red, yellow and black. Haven't done those colours before, so I thought I'd give it a go. I'm just going to mark where my tray goes so I can put it back again where it needs to be. Okay, so for today I'm using floetrol, as I pretty much always do, and that is mixed 2 parts floetrol to 1 part of this Global Impasto paint. This is butter and cool red. I did mix the cool red just with a touch of the warm red because it was throwing pink, so hopefully it's a better colour. Still not a bright red like I'd like, a fire engine red, but don't have one, so that will have to do. And then the black. So it's they're pretty thick paints. I'll show you the consistency. Some are thicker than others. That's it there. Similar to Global in consistency if you can't get, similar to Liquitex if you can't get the Global. The Liquitex is similar in consistency. So Global's Australian, it's a little bit hard to get if you're overseas. Alright, now I'll start layering. I'm not adding any silicone to these. I'm going to do 2 layers in my cup. This is a 30 by 40 centimetre card. Now, what do I want in the middle? Probably a little bit of black on the outside actually. So what goes in first comes out last. So I want black on my edges. So I'll put the black in. And then the red. And then the yellow because I'd like some orange. And then some more black, and the red, and the yellow. I think the red might take over. If it's anything like magenta, it really takes over. And I'd like a bit of red in the centre, so finish with red. Didn't use all that paint. That was 100 grams of floetrol and 50 grams of paint in each of those cups. But I haven't used it all. Got a little bit of black left over that I'm going to pop on the corners. Just make that nice and thin so that the other paint flows over it. I don't mind black corners. I like a little bit of negative space in my pours. I'll just make it really quite thin so that the other paint will flow over it. If you've got a lot there, it kind of creates a little ridge and stops the paint from flowing. So if you're going to do this, make it either thin it out or push it so that it's nice and flat. Okay, I've got a little bit left in there if I need to add a bit to my corners later on. Alright, let's start this ring pour. Liking these rings. The black and red looks very cool. Doing quite large circles. Oops, here come the cells. Haven't got any silicone, but I'm going to get cells anyway because of the floetrol and because of the paint that's in the cup there. It's being swirled around as I'm stirring this around like this. It's mixing and creating cells. I'll slow down a little bit and let's see if that helps. Bit off center on this one. That's okay. I'm going to tilt anyway. strips. If you do leave a little tail, like I've done here, you can just use a bamboo skewer just to go around, make it part of your circles again, rather than leave it there. Once you've poured, you won't even know, once you've tilted, you won't even know that that was there. Okay, let's tilt. Well, we're already this way, so start over here. Actually, I should just torch first, shouldn't I? Get rid of my bubbles. If there's any air bubbles there. Okay, right, off we go. Quite a thick mix, so it's moving slowly. I'm going to try and catch a little bit with my, actually I'll get my bigger one, that one's not going to do much. There's my bigger one. It's good for covering large areas, or you can use it to catch your sides if you need to. Not so easy on this card, easier on a canvas to catch your sides, but I'll give it a go. Don't want to lose too much, just help push the paint over the edge there. That's it. And back. Oh, that didn't work too well. I'm going to have to lose that now. Worth a try. Okay, bring the paint back to the centre, and I'll go for this corner here. I'll turn it around so you can see, so I'll go that way next. Just the weight of the paint is here at the moment, so I'll move that in a little bit and then I'll go that way. And I'm going to stop there. I do like the black corners. A little bit of negative space. Now this is on the roll going down this way, so I'm just going to continue with it rather than move it up to the centre again. It wants to flow that way, so I'll let it. Heading for this corner here. Looks very fiery and flamey. I guess that's what you're going to get with reds and yellows. It's always going to remind you of a fire. Hang on to this corner here in case I lose it over the edge. Come on, paint. Very thick. If you don't have your paint consistency thick enough, you won't get your ring definition. It'll just be blurred, kind of muddied, so you need thicker paint if you want to get your ring definition. Okay. Should have enough paint to cover this corner. Maybe I should have used up all my paint. I've got a little bit left in the bottom, probably an inch, a couple of centimetres left in the bottom of the cups. I probably should have used them all and I wouldn't have had to stretch too much. But we'll see what happens. Now I'm going to go down and to the corner at the same time. Might take that one right over the edge. Seems I've taken it over the edge on that side just to balance it, and then have the two black tips here. Okay. Now just centre it a little bit more. Bring this down, let it centre a touch, and that will be done. Didn't get as much definition as I would have liked. The colours are a little bit blurred. It's probably because I've stretched it more than I needed to, so the lesson for this one is use more paint. So I don't have to stretch it quite as much and blur the colours as much. Still really pretty though. Bring it down this way a bit, just to get these lines here stretched a bit more. Just checking the composition now. Now that everything's covered, we can just play around with the composition and centre it where you want to centre it. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Put a little bit of extra black on the corners now, because that was quite thin before. Just to make it the same thickness or consistency as the yellow next to it. There we go. Lovely. Oh, I quite like that one. Paint off the little cookie tray here, all the way around. Okay, a few cells popping up, which is expected. I didn't want a lot of cells. Give it a torch. So, starting to get a little bit muddy up this side, where I haven't stretched it as much. We're getting more of the red. But yeah, it's not too bad. It wasn't quite what I was expecting. I thought I'd have more orange, but it seems to be going more of a greeny shade, but I think that's because of the black and the red. It's probably not the best red to use. Okay, I'll take you in for a close-up. So please join our Australian acrylic pouring group. Move that over a touch and give us a go. Love to see your work. And I'll see you for the next one. Bye for now.